evening, everybody, and welcome to another Tuesday night live, because we're all here. What's going on? I'm joined by Becker and Ken, and look at that, Q39. He's got his barbecue shirt on. Awesome. These two guys were shutting it down at the restaurants in Kansas City this weekend, I bet.
They know how to barbecue in Kansas City, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we went out Sunday night. Friday night, I went out with Bill. Ken was pretty tired that night. Saturday, I was out with friends at a sports bar watching Iowa lose to the Illini.
Yeah, they're pretty good this year.
Yeah. Hey, Iowa made the Sweet 16 for like the first time since I've been out of high school.
Yeah. So, and listen, if Iowa wins, I won't feel bad about them trouncing my VCU Rams. So if they win the whole thing, I'll be like, that's okay. They were destined. That's why they beat them. It's fine.
Right.
Plus, my daughter could have gone to that school, and she chose not to. So, there's always that, too. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We weren't on last week because Ken and I were beat to hell after Megacon, but we're here to tell you about all of our adventures over the last 2 weeks, all the fun stuff we did. We've got some stuff, some product, some art that we're going to be offering up, that some extra stuff, some stuff that didn't sell, some stuff that we want to give you guys first crack at. Tell you what's coming up, all that fun stuff. So we're just going to have some great conversations and hang out. So we're glad that everybody's out there. Jason Harris, I see Emilio. Wonderful.
So as far as Megacon goes.
Yeah. So Megacon, do it.
We had a booth and we had Artists and Artist Alley. So we had Bill and Artist Alley. We had David Silverman and Artist Alley. We had Kerry Gamble and Artist Alley. And then not too far from Artist Alley, we had a booth with a lot of Simpson merchandise, the cells. We were back to back with capture. But we were right on the red carpet. And inside there, we had the Simpsons family and stuff like that. So it was actually a pretty big draw of people coming in, a steady flow of people coming into the booth just to check it out. I'm seeing if I have any pictures. I don't know if I took any pictures.
Well, we posted a bunch of pictures on the on the Facebook.
Idea on my phone I could share, but luckily, like Vince Lombardi, right? You got to have good coordinators in each spot. So my offensive coordinator position, I had Jeff, who was running the Artist Alley booth, and in my defense coordinator spot, I had Renee, because she's a pit bull and she knows everything. And then you bring in Cheyenne later on and the whole game changes. And I could basically just bounce between both, making sure everything was running smoothly. I was able to spend a lot of time with David, who absolutely loved Megacon and loved working with us.
Oh yeah, David Silverman. Yeah, man, it was
and can't wait to do more. And when you want to talk about a guy who was a huge hit. I mean, he and Bill were just feeding off each other. Everybody who went to Bill ended up at David's side, and anyone who went to David ended up at Bill's side. But there were people who came to the booth just to say thank you for the things that he's done in his career, helping create The Simpsons and from the very beginning directing the Simpson movie or Monsters Inc. So it was really kind of cool, and he was a very humble guy. When people came up to the table, Beck,
oh yeah, he was great.
He would literally say to you, he would put out his hand and shake your hand and say, "What's your name?" And you'd say, "Michael," and he'd say, "Hey, Michael, I'm David." And that was it. That's all there was nothing. What can I do for you? No. What conversation do you want to have?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There was no transaction in his mind. And then until I put something in front of him and said, "David, sign it," he'd go, "Oh, okay. You want me to sign this? Okay."
Yeah. Every single time. There was
no part of him that thought that you were paying to come to the table.
That's awesome.
Right?
As a fan, that's always clutch.
There were people who waited online just to say hi to him.
Oh yeah, listen, we had one wait when Bill and David were with you at the eBay Live booth. Like, I had a line of people just waiting for him to come back, and I kept telling them, I'm like, they're on their way, guys. I'm like, just hold off a little. And people were getting arrested. We had to reorganize the line to go a different direction because it was getting so long. It was crazy.
That's because during the eBay Live, we were on the main stage, and when the show was over, there was about 15 or 20 people waiting for him and Bill to take pictures and stuff like that. So it was hard to tear them away from that because they were getting the star treatment.
Oh yeah, well then, and also, for Bill, there was probably a handful of comic book dealers on the way back to the table.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bill, he didn't buy anything. He didn't buy anything. I actually got him a comic at Planet. I think it was a Batman 130 or something like that.
Nice.
He didn't have it, so I picked it up for him. So,
we would love to bring David to Heroes Con. I don't know. I think we talked about it a little bit.
David is confirmed for Heroes Con.
David is confirmed for Heroes. There you go. You heard it here first. Because we definitely talked about it. I was lucky enough. Like we went out to dinner almost every single night. And I was lucky enough to have dinner with David a couple times, and just the conversation and just, everything. Aranga came out to dinner with us on Thursday night and hung out. And that was great to be able to hang out with him. It's been a long time since we've had a chance to just kind of old school hang out.
Yeah.
And that was great. But yeah, David come out and had dinner with us. And then on I guess it was Saturday night, we all went out to a real nice restaurant in David's hotel, which was different than the one that the rest of us were staying at. And a really, really nice, swanky place. And that was with everybody who was helping out. And even though Ken didn't mention it, and he's probably not watching, Jordan, Ken's son-in-law, was also a huge help at the booth. He was there every single day. He loaded it up. He unloaded it. He was just, everybody, should thank this guy for being there. He was just doing all the hard work.
Yeah, that show doesn't happen without Jordan's help. It really doesn't.
No.
I mean, he did so much. He did a lot of the prep work, and he stood in front of the booth, and if you walked by, he recognized you. What costume? He'd yell out your name, point to you, all kinds of stuff. I mean, he was enjoying, people.
Oh, he was having fun. Yeah,
and he was out there. He was being vocal about it.
Yeah.
He said he liked when he would call people by their like Japanese names. They were in manga, and they look at him like he was crazy, like they don't know the Japanese name. You spend all this time dressing up, and you don't know the real name. So,
but that was it was a lot of fun. A lot of art.
Cheyenne, when she redisplayed the booth, everything changed in there.
Yeah, and that was the thing is, this was the first time we'd actually physically done the booth in the booth area. So we had some stuff that we wanted to do, stuff we wanted to try, and then trial and error over the couple days, we finally got it to where it worked perfectly by Saturday. After a little, we did something on Friday, and then we changed a little bit we set it up for Thursday, changed it a little bit for Friday, changed it a little bit more for Saturday, and that ended up being kind of the way that it was for the rest of the weekend. So
yeah, I had this big sign back there. It's 12 foot by 4 foot, and it says "The Simpsons are here." It's a sign from used to hang in front of a Burger King,
and it's
so
bright pink.
I wanted to hang this in front of the booth. So we put up the grid wall so you can hang it in front of the booth. Gigantic sign, "The Simpsons are here." There's 2 entrances. We have the Simpsons inside. You can see. And Jordan said to me, "People aren't coming in the booth." And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "I don't know. They think it's like closed off." I'm like, "How's it closed off? It's got 2 entrances." Makes no sense to me. He goes, "I'm telling you, people aren't coming in. They just peek in and tell them to come in. They walk away."
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe it's a product. I don't know what's going on. So then the second day, Renee said the same thing to me. She goes, "Nobody's coming in the booth. They think they feel like it's closed, like it's a private thing that they can't go into." And I'm like, "Are people stupid? What the hell?" I mean, Saturday morning, I'm in the shower, and I just shook my head. I got out. I called Jeff. I said, "Are you up?"
Yeah, he messages me and says, "Are you awake?" And I said, "Awake, yes. Up, no."
All right. Well, can you meet me at the convention?
Yeah. So I got there.
I got an idea.
Yeah, bright and early.
And we basically took down the wall and then opened up the entire middle of the place, and we changed everything. They did better on Saturday than they did on Thursday and Friday combined. And they did better on Sunday than they did on Saturday.
What if you had a sign that said, "I assure you, we're open"?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, some people may get it.
Yeah, but once we made it completely open, and I mean, so many people, even before that, were taking pictures with the Simpsons. But it really, like, once they could just jump in there and do it, it definitely helped. So,
and then Renee paid the ultimate price. She's got con crud. And she's dying. She wants to thank everybody for all the help. but she's not going to make it. No, she's really sick. She's
Oh,
actually
no.
starting to feel a little better, but luckily I wasn't here for most of it, so I hope I won't get tricked. I hope, because I was in Kansas City with Becker,
That's right.
so I go right from Megacon with one day, and then I'm on a plane to Kansas City.
Lucky you.
Yes, and it was
He
actually
rolled in. He rolled
very
in the
good
middle of
show.
the night, like a thief, Jeff, like
Yeah.
a thief in the night. He rolled into town.
Well, I know because
undercover
I had just
darkness.
left. I had just left him because I was supposed to fly out on Monday night, and I got stuck on the tarmac for 2 hours. They were trying to fix the plane, and they had to turn the air conditioning off in the plane. So everybody's cranky. They're pouring sweat. 2.5 hours later, they get us all off the plane to put us on another plane, and everybody was angry and they're yelling. And I said, nope. I walked up to the counter and I was like, I'd like a ticket for tomorrow, please. And I left, went back, got another hotel room, stayed the night. Ken and I hung out the next day all day, and then I flew back the next night to no problems. Luckily, I had my little 1 day window, so that was nice. I didn't have to deal with that. If Ken hadn't called me, it's okay. I picked a hotel with a big pool. I was going to spend all day at the pool, but I managed to get in touch with Ken, and we did a little sort of shopping and stuff. We went around. I got to tell him this, Ken, before you move on to Kansas City. So in this Disney, what's it called? That part of the Disney that we were in?
Disney Springs.
Disney Springs. So it's not in the park. It's outside. You can go there shopping, all this stuff. So we go into this place that sells all this animation. They have animators that are in there doing drawings that work for Disney. They have all these paintings and pieces of artwork. And then I mentioned something to Ken, and Ken was like, I mentioned it about an artist that we know, Mr. Floyd Norman, who worked for Disney. And I mentioned to him, and I was like, oh, we were want to do something. He's like, oh, Floyd was supposed to be in town this weekend. Let me give him a holler. And so Ken texts him, and then he immediately texts back. And as we're walking around, I'm like, Ken, do you have any idea how meta it is that we're standing in a Disney animation store and you're having a text conversation with one of the most famous Disney animators that there is, like just off the cuff? You're just like, oh yeah, let me send him a message real quick. So yes, just the first ever black animator for Disney, worked on the Jungle Book and zillion other things, Sword in the Stone and all this stuff.
He's just Norm.
I was like, that's pretty meta that you're doing that. You have to appreciate that. And we
Well,
laughed.
reminded me, he said he was going to be in town the same week as Megacon.
Yeah.
So we might be able to get together, and so I wanted to give him a shout, see if he was in town.
Yeah. Anyways, I remember that. I want to make sure I said it. But yeah, so then a day later, Ken's getting his stuff together, and then he's off like a thief in the night to Kansas City, where
I got to see JJ again. We were in the same booth with JJ, Doug Mankey, and a writer by the name of Jubila Wilson, who is amazing.
For those of you, who don't know, she is the creator of Kamala Khan.
Yeah, we're gonna have her on the show at some point, hopefully soon. So I got to talk to Pat Gleason. I told some people were asking about Pat. I talked to Pat. Pat said, "Listen, they are on the top of his list." But what happened is Marvel hit him with a fill-in role on Amazing Spider-Man. So he's been cranking out sequentials like the cows, until the cows come home. So unfortunately, anything that comes in from Marvel is going to take precedent over anything else he has to do. So on top of all his other work he had to do for Marvel, they threw these books at him. He said, but he's getting close to done. So once he does, he said that the commissions are on the top of the list. So that's your Pat Gleason update.
There you go, Pat Gleason.
Mark Teixeira, all the art is done. Just waiting for him to ship it to me. And actually, a lot of that art, Mark wants to do a sketchbook, and we're going to put that art in the sketchbook. So if that comes to fruition, people who get that art, your art will be published in Mark Teixeira's sketchbook.
Now, was Mark thinking about doing a show called Heroes Con too? Was he thinking about maybe?
Yeah, we'll see. But there might be another show that's a better fit for him.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a show in Anaheim in late June, and Bill's going to be there. And we're hopefully going to get some more. Unfortunately, David won't be. David will be in France. I think he lives in Anaheim, but he's going to be in France during that weekend.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Fan Expo added a new show, and it's about 2 weeks after Heroes Con. It's in the end of June, and it's they're big. The big draw for the show, and he's going to add a lot more. But the big draw is Mark Hamill's going to be there. That was the big.
Becker, who? Yeah.
Yeah, makes your eyebrows go up. Made mine go up.
Now, wait, before we go any
Yeah.
further, I would love for Jeff to walk us through that weekend. Go.
Well, all right. Well, listen. It's no secret that he's like. There's two people that I want to meet more than anything in the world, celebrity wise, and then I'd be satisfied. And one of them I'm going to meet a week earlier, and that's Mr. Bill Murray. And I've been waiting over a year for these tickets. I got front row center to see Mr. Bill Murray perform some blues, and I say he'll be about as far away from me as my camera is from me. So it's going to be pretty great to see him. And then a week later, I am flying to Anaheim. Well, I'm flying to LAX, taking a rental car from LAX to Anaheim, and I'm going to go to the Fan Expo Anaheim show where I'm going to meet Mr. Mark Hamill and get my picture with him, and then fly back the next day on a red eye. So that's because I'm not going to pass up the chance. I actually am thinking I might actually have Mr. Bill Morrison go in on my picture with me, since he knows Mark, and that may increase the chances of there being more interaction with Mark, possibly maybe, fingers crossed, maybe an after show meet up or something where I can actually have more than 3 seconds with him. So yeah, shameless, but I'm going to use what I got. But yeah, that's going to be my whirlwind weekend. So Heroes Con, followed by a week later meeting Mr. Bill Murray, followed by a week after that meeting Mr. Mark Hamill. So that's my June. So you guys try and beat that.
Jeff's whirlwind tour.
I'm going to Anaheim that weekend. I'll probably have dinner with Bill, probably Mark. No, I'm just kidding.
That.
Yeah, I mean, it is what
But
it
that
is.
was it's okay. Yeah, it was funny because I got my dates. I actually thought that I was meeting Bill Murray the same weekend, and I was like, "There's no way I can make this happen." So when I realized it was actually the week earlier, made it a little easier to figure out how to work it. So, but that's it's going to be a great show. So that they're going to make a ton of announcements for that. But that Ken will be there. Bill Morrison will be there, and we'll see if we what else we can drum up for that show. We got shows coming up. We have at least 4 more shows before Heroes Con. We have the Astronomicon coming up this coming month, starting
Next week, not this coming weekend, the following week.
following week, and then
I've actually got to start preparing for Detroit.
Right.
For Detroit now because I'm driving there.
Yeah.
So the Astronomicon is pretty much like a horror show.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a lot of Treehouse of Horror stuff. I want to make sure I bring everything I got that's got something scary on it.
Right, and then after that, you've got a Canadian show. It's
Calgary.
Calgary,
Yeah.
and
And then we're into May. I think May, I don't have anything until the end of May, which is Oklahoma City, followed by Denver and Philadelphia on the same weekend, where Ryan Jablonski will be taking the reins.
Ryan Jablonski will be handling the show in Philadelphia with where we've got hopefully a very busy Russ Braun because as you guys all know, last season of the boys is coming out soon, and so he will be there. I'm trying to remember who else is there that weekend. Who else do we have in Philly that weekend?
We have Russ. We got DeCarlo.
Right.
Scott Hanna.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. Oh, Omar Rodriguez.
That's right.
Rare show appearance.
Dang.
So yeah, man. So we're after the whirlwind couple of weeks Ken's had here. We get a little time,
And I'll be in
then
Denver
right
with
back at
David
it.
and Bill and Kerry.
But yeah, man, lots and lots of stuff. But we do have a lot of we have some. Oh, also, Ken has the Japanese art from our all night show that we did that nearly killed us all.
I have probably 98% sorted. Next thing is I got to take pictures of stuff, and then I'll get it. I'll try to get it shipped hopefully by the end of the week.
Yep.
If not, but definitely before I leave for Detroit.
There you go. And then I know that Kagan had a show last week too. When we were in Megacon, he was in Toronto, so he hasn't finished up everything yet. As soon as he's done, we'll make sure we get all the invoices out.
We'll send all the invoices out, and then you guys will be good to go.
Yeah, and then he'll send that stuff straight away, and we'll get that stuff out to you too. So lots of fun stuff. I mailed out all the Kerry Gamble stuff that I took for the live show, so that stuff should all be hitting people soon. They know who they are.
Yeah, I mailed out a bunch of stuff. I still have some more pieces I got to check on to see if people paid while I was away. But yeah, there'll be more stuff going out.
Yeah. Too. Becker, give us a note. What about you? What about Kansas City? Something fun that happened in Kansas City for you?
Oh, it was just a good time catching up with people. Hung out with Bill. Hung out with Ken. My whole crew was there. My friends. We're all over the place. So yeah, we just had a good time. Did a couple of photo ops, picked up some dollar bin books, got a little bit of art here and there. No, nothing crazy. Didn't go all out and break the bank by any means. Just had a fun time.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Ken owes me an invoice.
Table if I needed to take a walk. There's a lot of good shopping. I was picking up some good stuff.
So yeah, listen, I heard that show was really a lot of fun. I haven't heard a single complaint about it. I heard it was great. The Megacon show was a little rough, so I'm happy to hear that another show went off pretty well.
Megacon estimated attendance 200,000.
Yeah, that's why it was a little rough, guys. They had there a few waits for some stuff and things, but we were fine. Our area was fine. Everything was good. Everybody who I needed to meet and get stuff from and do stuff for. I ran a couple errands for some friends when I had a free minute, but I had no problems. But I heard some of the celebrity stuff was a little backed up, so I'm happy to hear that Kansas City Planet was a no bad stuff kind of con. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, they did have, but the guy who runs it, Chris Jackson, actually came to the table, told Bill that there was still a line outside of 3:00.
Oof.
Yeah, at times I think they kind of mismanaged how they let people in the building, but they're doing their best. I mean, this is not a big corporation like some of these cons. This is like he said, Chris Jackson, one guy owns this con and has owned it for its entire, for its history. And, he doesn't have the resources, and plus he has to kind of do what local ordinances say. There was a weird cattle call outside for everybody just to get in the building. Unless you had like a badge, like an exhibitor badge, you could skip that.
Yeah, they run into similar problems at cons that just have it's literally like a multiple lane highway going down to one lane. It's kind of hard with only one entrance to get people in. It just doesn't necessarily work as well with that volume of people. They have the same problem at Terrificon up in, where it's so many people coming to a show and it's just trying to funnel them all into one spot. So they do the best they can. There's always improvements that can be made, and hopefully they'll learn from it for next year.
Yeah. But all in all, it was pretty good. I mean, survived the 3 weeks, Cleveland Megacon, and got a little reprieve here before I hit Astronomicon. That's kind of just going to Detroit, which is getting more expensive by the hour.
Yeah.
But so yeah. Anyway, but there's some leftovers.
There are pieces. We got pieces. So we're going to offer them to you guys.
And the story we almost told you before the show.
Yeah.
Ken likes to troll me with the Becker shirt. And now he's found a new ally in his trolling. Scotty Young has joined Team Make Fun of Becker. And Ken is going to deliver the Becker shirt to him in Heroes Con, I believe.
Oh.
Yes, where Scotty said he would love to wear it. I'm going to see if he'll wear it to the auction. So that you really get a good. So Becker, because Becker, he'll be missed at the auction. So
yeah, I won't be there.
He won't be there, so he can be there in spirit when Scotty's piece goes for $20,000.
Yeah,
Becker's face is on his shirt.
Yeah, I got good friends. Good friends.
Yeah, hey, listen, I went out to dinner with Ken and he was wearing my face on his shirt for an entire day.
Yeah, he does that. That's kind of his thing. But yeah, no, Scotty and Bill did some talking too. Scotty's got the Bart Simpson tattoo, the Mad Magazine Alfred E. Newman tattoo. And, I think Bill took pictures of those, and
yeah,
it was a good time. He came over and hung out for a little bit.
He even ran over to show Bill some other stuff that he had, like videos. I don't know what he was, but He ran over to the table to show Bill.
Nice.
Pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that Becker. That was the thing with having David Silverman. We sold a little bit of everything. We sold VHS tapes that people were buying to get signed, DVDs.
That's crazy.
Just any. I mean, people. We had all these big posters that weren't even like the official posters, but were like almost poster size for the. Sold all of them. Every single Simpsons movie poster. Gone. I think you guys took a bunch of them to the eBay auction and sold them there. And then I got David to draw a piece for me. I put this up on my CAF page, and then CAF completely changed how they do their entire page, and everybody's going nuts. And I don't like change, so I hate it. But that's just because I also had to update my phone in Megacon because I couldn't get my Square to work. And now I don't know where anything is on my phone. So I'm not a big fan of change. I'm sure if I get used to it, it'll be fine. But I can imagine that nobody saw the piece that I posted. So I'm going to grab it and show it to you because David Silverman did it for me. I didn't want Simpsons. I wanted Monsters, Inc. So I got David to do this.
Let's see. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, hell yeah. That's a great piece.
Yes. I was so happy and when he did this for me. And just fantastic.
Yeah, it's a nice piece.
So yeah, that was one of the highlights. That's pretty much the only thing I got all weekend was that piece from David, which is fine because I went there to work, but I would definitely wanted to get something Monsters Inc. from him. So
we got Christopher Bacon in the chat.
Oop.
Bacon from David.
What does that say? You're complaining about
was Bacon at Megacon?
No, he messaged me and asked me for a commission, so I took care of the Baconator.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got a nice one from the creator of a certain character in The Simpsons.
Simpsons universe, anyway. I mean,
yeah. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. I also picked up some pieces for Mr. Bacon at Megacon. And I even got to meet one of the writers and actors from one of Bacon's favorite movie genres trilogy. I think maybe there might even be 4 of them. Underworld. He wanted me to get the guy. There's an actor who played a Lycan who has a really deep voice. I wish I could remember what his name was, but he was at the show, and Bacon gave me a comic to get him to sign. And if you've ever seen Underworld, then you know the first one you'd know. And this guy, he was one of the writers. A lot of people don't know that of the movie, but he's got a very deep voice and is a very nice gentleman. And I got to meet him because Bacon wanted him to sign something. So,
is it just me or when you see the name Christopher Bacon in the chat, like I always pictured that's like when Bacon wears a sweater vest with like the tie underneath. like Christopher Bacon is when he needs a loan.
Like he works at the DMV.
Like, yeah. Like he's Chris Bacon when he's like, going downtown. But Christopher Bacon like has excellent credit.
Right. Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's see. Is there any show in the future with Matt Groening? Would love to meet Bill and him at some.
Get on it, Ken.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah. We listen, guys. We do what we can. He's a very busy man, and all I can tell you is we have seen him when we've attended San Diego. He's come by our table. When we've been at New York, he's come by our table. As far as doing a show with him, once again, as Ken said,
when he's around, he tends to stop by.
But we would love it if he'd do a show. We really would, and we that's where I can leave it because discussions have been had. But it's many a slip, twins a cup, and a lip. So we'll see how it goes.
But the closest you can get to Matt Groening in the comic book world is Bill Morrison. The closest you can get to Matt Groening in the animation world is David Silverman. And they were both with us at Megacon.
That's right.
So,
well, guys, that was my cue. I've got to go help Jill with something.
Go do your thing, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
We're just going to show some art anyway, so you can go like everybody else.
We're doing the art now. We're going to show the leftovers and see if anybody's interested in anything. So, Becker, thank you so much, man. It'll be a pleasure to see you next week, sir.
See you, buddy. Thanks
Bye,
for
everybody.
everything.
just the two
Don't
of us.
end the show, you son of a bitch.
You don't end the show, you son of a. He double checks his work now.
I know. He's funny. Let me show you guys what we got left.
Yeah.
So first, I have one David Silverman sketch card.
You can even hear it in your. You can hear the sound in your head. And these are $75 plus shipping, correct?
$75. I have this piece for $100 by Mr. Bill Morrison. That was left over from the show.
Ooh.
A comic backing board.
There you go, guys.
Bones.
That's so 7x9.
100 bones for that one.
$100. Homer in the bush. Anybody wants this stuff? Just type claim in the chat, guys.
I also have a comic backing board by Mr. Silverman of Krusty the Clown.
Oy. Look at that.
That's $100. And then Bill did this one for also $100.
Oh, you stupid clown.
Picture of Jeff Darmacon.
Yeah, pretty every time I got into a plane, basically lately. Me yelling at.
Oh man. I cannot complain about. I mean, we were a little delayed on my trip out, but the trip back was fine.
Yeah, I haven't had any.
With the memes, so here's another one.
Oh, look at that! Another comic backing board. Take my money. Come on, guys. Anybody can claim these. $100 a piece.
This one's $125.
Or $125?
Yeah, too much.
$120. $125, guys, for the
forever to do this one.
Fry meme. That's great.
Killed him. And then this one is a fully rendered piece that David actually brought with him. So this one is $400. But check that out.
Why, you little
Homer hugging Bart.
Yeah, hugging. Yeah, exactly.
Such a caring father. So those pieces are available if anybody out there is interested.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And then we've got a few Kerry Gamble pieces, I think.
Yeah, we got some Kerry Gamble. If you guys want to look at some superhero art. Oh. So here's a piece. Oh, let me go big again.
Go big. Go big or go home. This is some Man of Steel prelims stuff, guys. These are that one. How much do we have on that one? Cheap, right?
This one we have $25.
$25. And it's just got a little bit of action stuff on there.
Let's see.
Bacon's reminding everybody hit the like button.
Here's another $25 bill.
Yeah, there's another page from that same Man of Steel story.
And Cyber is different. It was like the artists do two separate pieces on the page. That's why it's split like that.
Yeah, and these are all 11 by 17-ish, or no, they're 8.5 by.
Well, these boards are 11 by 17.
14.
So you can see whatever you see in the black is, that's part of the 11 by 17.
So that's 11 by 17-ish. So that's 11 by 14 right there, probably. Yeah. So this is part. Oh, claim the first prelim, the $25 one.
Who's that? This one.
That one. Just with it. Just say bong. I see 2 bongs on there. It says bong bong. If that's the one you want, Justin, type bong bong, or 1 bong is fine.
Ding ding. Bong,
Or yes. Yes works too. Bong's more fun though. Let's see. We're waiting for him to respond, but you can can't beat that $25. Bong bong, yes, sir.
So Justin Butler. One sec.
Do.
All right. So the next piece, this one is $150.
So this is it's basically, this was sort of a double page splash. This was one half of the splash is this great Nick Fury. And then the other half is this awesome.
Mixed up because this ain't it.
Oh, that ain't it.
This one, 125.
Sorry, 125.
I'll hold that one aside until I see the other half.
So there you go. Very cool piece.
This one is 225. Probably cover prelim of some sort.
Yeah, I was asking about this, and I forget what you told me about the characters, but they never really came to fruition. But they're obviously Carrie Gamble and very cool full figure action.
25 bucks.
25 bucks, guys, right there. Better than sex says, where's the guy in the... I have to be being trolled right now.
I think that's actually Jordan.
Good.
Jordan, you missed it. We were singing your praises.
He's a married man. So I won't tell Cheyenne you hit on me.
25 bucks.
There's another Man of Steel prelim, 25 bucks. It would go great with your other one, Justin. Just saying. They're all from the same issue, I believe, all these half-page prelims.
Yeah. Another $25 one.
There's another one. Little action in that one. Definitely some soups, but a little more sketchy, but it's all there.
25 bucks.
Another one. Oh, look at that Jimmy Olsen.
$100.
Oh, what a great one here, guys. It's a prelim page from I don't know why I was saying Fallen Angels. That's Cannonball, I believe, in the middle panel. And it's basically 8.5 by 14.
$100. $50.
Yep. Oh, this is from the Hawk and Dove annual. Some people were asking me for actual pages from this, which he doesn't have any, but this is one of the prelims from it.
$150.
I don't know what this was from. I asked Carrie, and I think it was in he did that same book with the Nick Fury we showed earlier this was sort of a flashback to the Punisher and Spider-Man fighting. I think it was something Edge was the book. I just thought this really cool page. You get Spider-Man, you get Punisher, Eerie Edge or something like that. I have to double check.
$175.
Yeah, look at this, guys. It's basically a full figure preliminary sketch of Thor for $175. He charges $400 for finished full figures now, so that's a deal.
You can get that inked. It'll be beautiful.
And I'll tell you this, Brett Breeding took a picture of it, and he's going to print it out and ink it.
$175.
That's another great page from look at that. Your hands are covering over Warlock there at the bottom of Sunfire. That's a nice page from Fallen Angels. Boom Boom's in it. It's great. And these prelims look pretty much exactly like the finished ones. They're just the other ones are just in more detail.
100.
Yep, another page. Same thing. That's Sunfire. Fallen Angels.
100.
And if I'm not mistaken, we still have the original to this too. You could put them together.
$75.
It's from the Team Titans book, but that is the Teen Titans all over this.
$75.
You get two there, guys. So you get Invisible Woman, and you get a little. I forget who that is.
It's like Dazzler.
Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Marcus knows. But 2 full figure, you can even cut it up and make 2 sketches out of it.
$75.
75 books.
100.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of these awesome steals that he did. Full figures. Like I said, guys, we would charge like $400 for these full figures now. So the fact that, because the character's already done, and it's not, Spider-Man or Superman or something. It's the only reason why we're pricing them fairly low.
$100.
Another great steal. A steal of steel.
$100.
Look at that.
$25.
Nice. I believe that's from the Maestro Hulk book. It's a prelim. That's the Fantastic car on there, I think.
$175.
There you go. Hawkman full figure, $175. I want to say somebody got a Hawk Girl from him at a show last year. Be a nice companion piece.
I think you're right. $200.
Yep, that's the prelim to the cover to the unreleased book, Team Titans. Somebody bought both the alternate covers and all the pages last year at Terrificon.
$40.
Look at that. So much detail. Man of Steel. So that goes with the other Man of Steel ones that were partial pages, only that's a full page.
$175.
Look at that. Hulk and Maestro, $175. That's from the What If the Hulk became Maestro. It's great. Sorry, I know a lot more about these than Ken because they've been in my possession for the last year. I've seen them over and over and over and over. Yep, same thing. That's a little look like a little swamp man, a little man thing at the top there, huh?
Yeah, $50.
Almost looks like it's not man thing, but it looks like him. That's from that same What If book.
$40.
Yeah, there's another one. Same What If book. Tried to keep them all in the same area. So
$50.
yeah, there's another one. Hulk punching away.
$125.
Look at that. It's got a big old Hulk on it.
$125.
Look, he's turning. He's changing. He changes from Hulk to Banner to Maestro, all on the bottom. That's great.
Last few. $125.
Yep, there it is again. What If?
$75.
Yeah, it's got a nice thing all over it. Same book. What If?
$50.
That's from the X Factor. A strong guy battling the Blob. Nice strong guy on there.
Last two. So this one goes with.
Oh, there we found the other one. So this has got to be the Punisher, right?
This is actually the.
Oh, that's that's what the full scene looked like. So that's.
So I only have one left. Let's see. There it is.
There it is. So we have these separate ones which are more detailed, where you've got that. So 2 pages, separate pages that make up the image. And then we have a prelim for that here on 1 page where you get both scenes. A little less detail, but all together. So, and if anybody wants all 3 of them, just make us a deal.
Yeah, man.
Deals. We're not, some of the stuff's set in stone. Some of it's flexible. But yeah, guys, this is the last time. We're not going to show this stuff live on the show again. It's going to go just with us to shows where Carrie's at. And Carrie's doing a lot of shows this year. I sold a ton of those in Megacon. So I don't expect a lot of them to be left after we get through a couple more cons. So,
yeah. So I'll be off to Detroit next week, but we'll probably have a show of some sort
Yep.
Tuesday because I won't leave till Wednesday. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, and Ken, did you have that little manila folder handy with the 2 more Kerry Gamble sketches I just wanted to show off? The 2. Do you have that one?
It's probably in the box. I doesn't.
Oh, well, I put them up on the Facebook page, guys. We had a really nice, like 34-year-old. One was a Spider-Man and one was a Captain America. So both of those are still available. If you just go to the Facebook page, if you like either one of those, well, I posted them when I was at Megacon, but we still have those. So, I mean, do you have any Japanese art to show? That's for sale. I don't know if we have any loose ends of that stuff. Everything was claimed. It was all stuff that was
Everything was claimed.
Yeah, in advance, so nothing extra. But we're hoping to bring some new Japanese artists to Heroes Con this year. We've been talking to Yoshi about it, and we'll see who we bring. So it's going to be another fun Heroes Con in June. So we'll definitely have some opportunities. But when you guys see some of this, I wish some of the Japanese art.
Well, hopefully shipping it, but I had to take pictures of them. Maybe I'll post them on 4C.
Yeah, there's some that are just going to blow you away. Just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we got for you guys. So I'm glad that we got one claim on the prelim. It was only $25, so they got a steal of a deal. And other than that, that's all we got. But thank you guys so much for joining us and letting us cut into your day and bring you this much closer to the second episode of Daredevil. I think there's actually might be releasing 2 tonight for the second season of Daredevil Born Again. So enjoy that. And we'll see you guys next week. And thank you guys so much for being a part of 4C. And please hit that thumbs up and like. We like the algorithm to get a little bigger. Tell your friends. We're so close to 1,000 people. We're so close. It's all we want.
It is
for Christmas. We want it before Christmas. So please. But thank you guys so much and have a wonderful night. And we'll see you next week.
See you.